Good afternoon, everybody. It's Friday. The weather's still cold, but I figured I'd go on a little cruise. It's supposed to be a little bit nicer the next 2 days, so hopefully I'll be getting out and about. But anyway, the last video that I uploaded talked about going out and treating yourself and not listening to the guys who tell you that if you have a nice car or a nice bike or nice clothes, you should only enjoy those things out of view of women. Terrible advice, by the way. Terrible. But I know there's a lot of folks out there who, when you say to them the words, treat yourself, what they hear is show off. And that's not the point that I was trying to make at all, and that wasn't what I was suggesting. There's a big difference between treating yourself and showing off. Treating yourself could be something small. Say you're really into working out, lifting weights, or any sort of workout. You've been eating healthy for 3 or 4 weeks, and then you want to have a cheat day. Yeah, that's treating yourself, something simple. It's not something that you're going out and bragging about and throwing in other people's faces. Unless you happen to be one of those douchebags who posts everything about your workouts on social media. Like, oh yeah, abs are totally ripped, time for a cheat day, just something douchey like that. Then yeah, in that case it would be showing off. But personally, the other day my back was killing me. I had a knot, kind of felt like I strained an intercostal muscle. But anyway, I called up my chiropractor and I said, can you set me up an appointment with the masseuse, and then immediately after that an appointment with the chiropractor? And they did. So I got the massage first, then I saw the chiropractor, and I've been feeling great ever since. That's not something I go around bragging about. In fact, I haven't told anyone about it until just now. But say you're into PC gaming. RAM's really cheap right now. Say you got 8 gigs of RAM, you want to double that and upgrade to 16. You're not going to be carrying around your PC into the bar or into the club and walking up to some women like, yo, sup, girl? Just doubled my RAM from 8 gigs to 16. You trying to suck my dick? No, nobody's doing that. No women are going to be turned on by that. Well, actually, you never know. There might be one or two real freaks out there who are just really into PCs, like, oh my God, your RGB is synced. Oh, I'm going to cup your balls. Yeah, on second thought, probably not. That shit ain't happening. But anyway, yeah, big difference between treating yourself and showing off. A lot of people do things just to flex for the social media. There's a lot of rappers out there who rent cars. They'll rent sports cars or, hypercars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Porsches, Bugattis, all that stuff. And they'll put them in their videos, but they don't actually own them. They're just rented. That's pretty sad. But they're putting out the image that they own those cars, and that's the kind of millionaire lifestyle they're living, Kind of like the people who are in debt, but they're still trying to flex. Like your life on social media somehow means more than your real life. Your everyday talking to people face-to-face life. For anybody out there who hasn't read the book, Free Agent Lifestyle, it's very good, and I would definitely suggest reading it. Coach Greg Adams has a YouTube channel. He puts out a ton of videos. Sweet Jesus. I mean, that dude's hustling. He's got multiple businesses, still putting out a bunch of YouTube videos. I appreciate that hustle. But in that book, he makes a really good point, and this describes some people that I know. The people out there who are financing their cell phone. First of all, if you're financing your cell phone, you're wrong. You have messed up. Somewhere along the way, you screwed up. Because financing cell phones, normally you end up paying about twice what the phone's worth if you're financing it. And a lot of times with those contracts, after 30 or 60 or 90 days, you're not allowed to just pay it off if you somehow come up with the money. You have to keep making payments. You're not allowed to just make one lump sum payment and get rid of it. That's where they're going to get you with that interest. But in the book, he makes a really good point talking about people who are walking around with the latest iPhone or, the latest Samsung Galaxy or whatever, the latest $1,000 phone or $800 phone or whatever. But they have that phone, but they can't pull $1,000 out of their bank account right now, or whatever the phone happened to cost, $700, $800, $900, $1,000, maybe even more with that new iPhone. I don't even know what the iPhone 10 Pro got, like 27 cameras on it or whatever. Now, if you don't have the money for something like that, why are you financing it? Like, if you're financing a car, the mortgage on your house, something like that, that makes sense. But these are the same type of people who will go to one of those rent-to-own places. They'll pick out a $500 couch, and they'll end up paying like $1,200 total for it because they finance it. And the interest it doesn't even creep up on you. The interest is right there. It's like 29% interest. It's like the young privates in the military who get to their first duty station, and then a couple days later, they got a Mustang or a Charger, a Challenger, whatever. It's like, it's used, it's 2 or 3 years old, but they bought it for the price of a brand new one, and they're paying like a 27% interest rate. Any veterans out there, I know you can back me up on that, because I know damn well you've seen it. Every branch is like that. Every branch has a bunch of dumb privates driving cars that they really shouldn't be, paying interest rates that are just astronomical. Now, that kind of stuff, living beyond your means when you're trying to flex like that, yeah, that is showing off. And living beyond your means is a big one, man. That whole pay yourself first thing, as soon as you get paid, you make sure you get your bills paid, make sure your investments are done, and then everything after that is spending money or saving. But as far as the investing goes, I mean, personally, about 25% of what I make gets taken out automatically and invested in different mutual funds. So I don't even miss that money. So my bills get paid, mortgage, cell phone, bike payment, insurance, all that stuff, everything is automatic. So come the 3rd or 4th of the month, that's how much money I have for the rest of the month. But I'm not living paycheck to paycheck, so that's not really all I have. But I'm not out there wasting money on dumb stuff like I used to whenever I was in my late teens and early 20s. Although I've definitely made some mistakes with money, but nothing huge, nothing that really ruined my life. But if you're living within your means, and every once in a while you want to go out and get yourself something nice, do it. As long as it's something that's not a waste of money. Now, I believe anything for over $20 for me, I consider a major purchase. And I'll sit there and scrutinize it like, do I really need this? What am I going to use it for? How often am I going to use it? Is it really worth it? Can I find a different product cheaper that does the exact same thing or maybe even better? Stuff like that. I will rack my brain before I make any sort of decisions like that. And that's only 20 bucks. So imagine whenever I bought this bike, I did a ton of research. I didn't just go out, find it like, oh, that's a good price, I think I'll take it. No, that's what stupid people do. And that's why stupid people are in debt. That guy driving a Mustang or a Challenger or a Charger or whatever kind of car that costs way too much than you think he can afford, chances are that guy's in debt pretty hard. And he's paying some pretty high interest rates. So I just wanted to clear that up, just so in case anybody thought I was talking about showing off the other day. I wasn't, not at all. I mean, say you make $5,000 a month and half of that is bills, maybe your mortgage, car payment, whatever, and including the money that you invest every month, and the other $2,500 is not accounted for. Now, I'm not saying go out and blow that $2,500 every single month. In reality, you got $2,500 extra dollars lying around. A lot of that should be invested. But say you got an old gaming PC, you're still rocking like an i5 2500 or 2500K or something. Maybe you want to upgrade to a new PC. Then you do that. Or maybe you just want to build a newer PC, a new-ish PC out of used parts. you can go ahead and do that. Don't make it a habit of buying really expensive things every month. Your bills and your investments should always come first. That whole pay yourself first thing, man, I learned that in high school. We took a class called Dollars and Cents. Only cents, instead of CENTS, was SENSE, like common sense. I learned a lot of things in that class. And then I still managed to make some really stupid mistakes with money. But that's all in the past. I've fixed all of that stuff, paid off my debts. My outstanding debts, I should say. Still have the house and this thing to pay off, but that's not going to take too long because I've been smart with my money. So for anybody out there who thought that I was talking about showing off, you know, a guy who buys a car just because he thinks that's going to get him laid, yeah, that's showing off. And that's just stupid. You should never change your behaviors because you think that's what other people are going to like. If you're into something, don't be ashamed of it. Now, a guy who left a comment on my last video made a really good point that he considers, you know, stocks and investing and everything, treating himself. Yeah, that could be it, because you're putting money away for your future. And that's a really good idea, because a lot of people don't. There's plenty of people my age that they don't have a dime saved. I mean, to those people out there who are financing their cell phones, what the hell? You know, when you can't... Number one, you don't need that phone. Most people, 99% of people do not need the newest, latest, greatest cell phone. You don't need last generation. You probably don't even need the generation before that. I'm still rocking a Samsung 7 series. And it's not even a Galaxy. I can't remember which one it is, but it's a Galaxy 7 something. And it's just fine. The OS was updated the other day, and actually it's even better than it was before. So I'm pretty happy with that. But most people don't need that stuff. A lot of it is just trying to keep up with the Joneses. I know a guy who, a couple years ago, he was complaining about being broke. So he started selling all of his tools. He was just inviting people over. You know, anything in his garage was fair game. And you know a dude is broke if he's selling off his tools. I mean, that's just a horrible thing to hear. Like, anything in my garage is for sale. I'm like, oh, really? All right. I went over, got some deep well sockets and some drill bits, stuff that I needed. But so that was about 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas. Now, fast forward to probably about a month and a half later, around tax time, he gets his tax return back, and he goes out and buys a giant TV when he already had a big TV. So that kind of stupidity right there. It's like, dude, you don't even watch a lot of TV. You already have a big TV. What are you doing wasting your money like that for? That's just how some people are, man. And then they'll go out and brag about it. Like, oh yeah, man, I had a 55-inch TV, now I got a 65. Oh, for what? For what? What's that doing for you? Is that TV getting you laid? Is that TV making you money? No, it's not. That's just stupid. But, hey, you know, people make mistakes. It happens to all of us, but those of us who learn from the mistakes are the ones who are going to come out on top. So anyway, I just wanted to clear that up. I hope everybody understands the point that I was trying to make and how you shouldn't let those jealous, broke-ass people bring you down if you do have the money to buy something nice for yourself. And that's going to lead me into the next video, which is going to start right about now. So, until the next one, right about now, I will see you. Peace.